In the last episode, we covered how to make this chest, but today we're going to be adding more functions so we can fast deposit items into the chest, and it also checks if the chest has room, which I'll show you right here. And then if I try to put any more items into here, but it looks like I have wood, so if I shift click, it'll go into the chest. Let's get into the video and I'll show you how I did it. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you technically part 4 here, and we're going to be doing the functions to quick deposit and pull from chests. So pretty simple here, but let's just dive right into it. We are in the inventory function script, and we're going to say function inv fast. Let's see. Inv fast. Let's just call it deposit. Inv deposit. That seems like a good name. Now, the only things we'll need is inventory from, slot from, and then inv to. So the reason we don't need slot 2 is because that's going to be automatically determined by how we do this. And we're actually going to be using a different function we already have made inside of this function. So it makes it pretty easy for us. So inventory deposit, what we need to know is the item equals inv from slot from slot from 0, but we also have to say if in from slot from is not equal to let's just say if it's equal to -1, then we're just going to return before we do anything else in this function, just to weed out the possible crash options. So we know the item, and then we know the amount. So just put 1 there, and now we know the amount. Now we need to know if we could even put something into that. So we're going to say if inventory, I believe I have a function for this. Ooh, I don't. Inventory find open place 1. I never made this. Okay, we're going to make one quick. We're going to say function inventory has room. We need to know if it has room. And what we're going to pass is the inventory and the item and amount. So, let me just double check. I thought I made one of these, but maybe not. I'd find open. Wow, I did not make this. Well, good I made another part, because this might take a little bit. Anyways, inventory has room. We're first going to check if the inventory already has the item, and the... yeah, okay. Let's think here. Okay, we're going to say var checked equals 0. Now, the reason why is because we need to reach a certain amount in this. Okay, so what we want to do, look for same item. We're going to say for var I equals 0, I is less than the array length of inventory, I++, just a simple for loop. Nothing simple about it, though. We're first going to say if inv I is not equal to -1, meaning that it has an item, and then we are going to say if inv I 0.name is equal to item.name, and that means it's the same item. So now we know, yeah. So we're going to make something called var can add, and this is just going to check how much can I possibly add. And if you remember at the top, we have global.stackSize, which is 99 in my case. You could always change that whenever you want. We're going to say var can add equals global.stackSize minus whatever is currently in the slot. So it's actually inventory I1. That's how much we can add. So we are going to say checked minus equals can add. Okay. And now that we know we can add that, or plus equals can add, we're just going to keep skipping over that slot. And now, since that is done, we are going to say, Okay, yeah, then we're going to look for an empty slot as well. I was just making sure I had everything. Empty slot, check. This one's going to be a little more simplified. Instead of saying not equal to -1, though, we're going to say equal to -1, meaning there's not an item occupying that slot. And then we also, I completely forgot to say, with this item, we have to check if it stacks. So if you look back in items here, there is a value called stacks, and we set it to true or false depending on the item. In this case, it is very needed in this function to know, because if it's a non-stackable item, you don't want to be checking for stacks of 90 or 99. So we're just going to put a case here saying if item dot stacks, except just put not, so not item dot stacks, then run this loop. If not, it'll just skip over it and go to the empty slot check. Yeah. Or slots. Let's see. And since we have the checked here, we're gonna say the same thing here. If item stacks, else this. We're gonna say checked plus on the case where it doesn't stack, and on the case that it does stack, we're gonna say checked plus equals 99. Actually, global dot stack size. We're just gonna do that. So now, before here, we are going to say if checked is greater than or equal to amount, then return true. And then you don't need an else. You can just say return false, since it will cut it right here and just return true. But else, if it's not true, then it will just return false. But yeah, that should check if an inventory has room for a certain item, if it stacks or not. So what I was doing here with inventory deposit, we have the item and the amount. Now we need to check if inventory 2 has room. So if inv has room, inv2, for the item and amount that we are specifying, then that means it has room. And underneath this, we're just going to put return, because we don't want it to return anything, but we want it to break the loop if it doesn't need to keep trying. Now, if inventory has room, what we need to do is take it out from the inventory slot that we are taking it from, and then we're just going to do inventory add to inventory 2. It sounds really weird. So first, we're going to say inventory remove from inventory from ooh, awkward. We need to actually do this with the slot that we have. Okay, I thought of a solution that could save us a lot of time. Instead of returning false, we're going to return checked. So how many it can add. Yep. So pretty much if it has all the room, we're going to say is equal to true. And then we're going to say else can't add all, but add some. And then we're going to say add all here. Right here. Now, we're going to do the can't add all first, just because it's fresh in our mind. Var can add equals, we're just going to set this right here because that needs to be stored, and then we are going to do that. Now we already have can add, so let's do the can add first, just because it's a lot more complicated. So what we're going to do is say inventory add inventory, so inv2. The item is going to be the item we are doing, and then the amount is actually going to be can add, and then we need to say inventory from. I'm kind of winging this, by the way, so I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. Slot from 1 minus equals can add, and then we also have to say if inventory from 1 is less than or equal to 0, then inventory from slot from equals -1, and if it does, say return. Actually, we're going to return regardless here, and yes, we're actually going to remove that because it's going to return in both cases right here. And then what we're going to do in this one, we're going to say this. We're going to set the slot that we're doing it from if we can add it all. And then the inventory add goes to the inventory to item. And instead of can add, just do amount since we can add all. And that should do it. Now, there's just a couple things we have to set up here, mainly in our inventory here. That's going to be our big thing, that and the chest. So if we look at our inputs here, if we press mouse check button left, right, then it just does these. So instead of doing that, we're going to say if keyboard check VK shift, then we're going to do something else, do the normal commands, just like that. So these are the ones we had previously, and this is the one if we're pressing shift and we click what we're doing. And we should also say if, actually right here, and chest showing is not equal to no one. So it only works if, you know, we have a chest open. If not, it'll just do the random commands. What we want to do is inv deposit. So what we want to do, we know that there's a chest open, and we want to deposit from inventory, so the local inventory, slot from I, inventory to. So this is actually just going to be chest open dot inventory. And that is how simple that is. Now, this MB write, we don't actually have to worry about that. But yes, then if you get onto chest here, this will only run if chest open is active. So what we're going to do is if keyboard check VK shift again, then make sure to put an else, put that at the end of that, and then just shift that. And if I'm going too fast, I do apologize. I'm just trying to not lose my train of thought here, but also not make this video too terribly long. So if you press shift, then we're going to say inventory deposit from inventory. So in this case, it is actually cs.inventory because we set up that little accessor. And then slot from is actually I, because in this case it is actually the local for loop. We don't have to put cs.I. And then inventory to, this is going to be O. Actually, we can just put inventory because it is the local inventory object here that we're handling everything in. So this is the normal inventory. This is the cs.inventory, so the chest inventory. And since that is complete, let's go and try this out. I'm going to add some items to my inventory here, and then we're going to open this chest. If I right-click, click, it works normal. But if I shift, click, takes it out of this, puts it in here. And now the biggest way to test this is actually just trying to put everything that doesn't stack in this inventory, and then if I keep adding more items, if I were to do this, it'll keep stacking it to the previous stacks, and it should let us Let's see if it removes items. So it looks like it is removing items that are non-stackable if you do try to deposit more. So there is obviously a clear issue here. Inventory deposit. Now we're going to say if can add is equal to 0, then return. Because we don't want to do anything if can add is nothing. And we're actually just going to put this up here so it doesn't even have to go through all this check right there. So we're going to fill up my inventory again. I know that took forever, so we're just going to do it quickly. Trying to do it as fast as I possibly can. Okay, that should hopefully be enough. Okay, and now if I do it again, it is actually still taking it for some reason. So it's an issue of how it's actually returning checked. So what I'm gonna do is show message checked if it's the case of we don't have enough. And we're actually gonna do it here because it is clearly having an issue with this. So I'm gonna figure this out quick and I'll be okay. I completely figured out what it was. It was in the inventory has room. We had a not item stacks. I meant to put item stacks, not. So yeah, that was the only thing throwing it off there. But everything else is good as long as you followed the rest of it. It should work perfect now. So if I were to fill up my inventory super quick and just throw a bunch of items in here. And if you look right here, if I were to try to put another pickaxe, there's no room since it doesn't stack. But if I do this, it has room and goes in the appropriate stack. And it continues to do this. And let me just kind of show you here. Let's say I have 80 and there's 20 here. If I shift click, it puts what it can in here, but keeps the rest in here. If it can be put in, then it tries. But ultimately fails if there's not enough room. And you could still put the stuff in your equipment slots and everything. But yes, that is the big part of this tutorial. And I'm actually going to cut it here just because this is already quite a bit of progress here. And I don't want to make it too long-winded again, just because I have been making way too long of tutorials that people have been saying. And anyways, I will be back in part 5 and we'll cover just some more quality of life stuff with the inventory, just making it feel a little more polished and maybe adding some effects for how the items are drawn. But anyways, I will see you guys.